Welcome back. My name is Andy Melendrez, and I'm your Ward 2 City Council member and also the host of Good Neighbor Riverside. And today, we're in the east side at Park Avenue Baptist Church celebrating a 100th birthday of Miley Davis. This is an exciting time, not only for the family, but for the entire east side, because her having lived here, born here in the east side and lived here for 100 years, she has wonderful, wonderful history and memories of our east side. Maybe at a future date we'll interview her one-on-one to get those ideas, but at this point, we want to introduce you to the family, her sons, and also a very brief interview with Miss Davis. Come follow me so we get a chance to meet some of the family members. Good morning, sir. We're going to take the older brother first, if that's okay. William, come and join us. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about why you're here. I've kind of told everybody it's 100 years already. This is amazing for the east side, not just for your family, but for the east side to have somebody like your mom with rich history. I mean, seen a lot of things happen here. Tell us what it's like.
Well, I'm Bill. Mel, for all the East Siders that remember me from childhood, Mel's my family name. And we're full today. We're full today. Celebrating my mom's 100th birthday. We're old, original East Siders, I want to say. My mom was born in Riverside. All my brothers and I, we were all born here. We're spread out a little bit now over time, and life takes us to different places. But we're here today to celebrate my mom's 100th birthday. A lot of rich history. The church, Park Avenue, my family is one of the founding members of this church. We started down on 12th and Park. The building is still there, and just this is a great place. My roots are deep. We're deep here in Riverside, and I'll never forget it. This will always be home for me.
Yeah, and you didn't grow up far from the church. You lived pretty close to the original church.
That's correct. My mom's and my grandma's home was on 10th between Park and Victoria. My brothers and I grew up, part of our youth, right over here on Vasquez Place, around the corner here. We ran the streets. This was all orange groves back in the day. Yeah. And so we were running and playing in the orange groves. We played our baseball at Patterson Park, Riverside Lions Little League. Alvin went to North High School. I went to high school in San Fernando Valley. So I didn't get to go to high school here, but I went to California Baptist University when I came back, and RCC for a little while. So like I said, we're really deep here. A lot of friends, a lot of family. We got a lot of love for Riverside in the east side.
Now you have two brothers. You have Al.
Yes. And Mike.
And Mike is here.
Mike is here as well. So I'm the oldest. We call him Big Mike, and he's the middle child, and then Alvin's the baby of the brothers.
We're going to move on to Al right now, and then we're going to get your brother Mike as well. We're going to have to look for him. We want to make sure he's going to be ready for the interview. But thank you so much for taking the time. This was wonderful.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here and honoring us with your presence and helping us celebrate Mom's 100th birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mel. Take care. Hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you. Give us your full name.
Alvin Davis.
Alvin Davis. Now, that name sounds like, actually pretty well known, as I remember, in the baseball.
It might be familiar to some people, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Our Riverside baseball fans, Inland Empire baseball fans. So.
Well, tell us about what it's like to be here. I mean, your mother is 100 years old. She got rich history, born here in the east side. Tell us what it's like.
Yeah, it's just such a proud moment. The parade here today and the turnout that we had, and being able to share Mom's special day. Her birthday is actually tomorrow, but today was the day to celebrate because we have all day to celebrate. Being a Christian family, tomorrow's worship day, so we moved it to today, so they didn't have to share, and Mom didn't have to share her worship day as well. But it's just wonderful, and it's great to be able to share it with the entire community. I'm so thankful to Park Avenue, to Joni Collins and Sister Mason for putting us all together. This is just as an example of the love that Park Avenue has for Mom. And so we actually go to Cornerstone Fellowship Bible Church, which meets over at Columbia in Iowa. But I always know that Mom is well taken care of because she's with the Park Avenue family. And today is just an extension of that.
Yeah. And it seems like the family are still East Siders at heart.
Definitely. You know, our heart is here. Like my brother Bill was saying, you know, we just have so many memories here in Riverside, and in particular in this part of Riverside. And, you know, being over here in the Orange Groves when this was Orange Groves when I was a child. And, you know, our boundaries were basically the railroad tracks, you know, going towards downtown all the way up to Iowa Avenue and over to Blaine Street. And so we were free. It's a different time. I'm not recommending that now for families and for parents, but it was a different time where we all felt safe. Everyone knew everybody. Riverside was truly just one big neighborhood. The East Side was one big neighborhood, and we had a lot of pride in being Riversiders. And you know, sometimes when we would go down to L.A. or to Orange County to play sports or whatever, you know, like, where's Riverside? And that was offensive. You know, we know where Riverside is, and I'm just glad that the city is on the map now, and it has the reputation that it has because of all of us that have loved Riverside, have worked together to make it the great place that it is and always has been, and continue to keep it there and raise our standing in Southern California.
Right. Well, great. Wait, thank you so much for taking your time. This is a wonderful birthday celebration.
If I may, just one thing, you know, I can't help but remember our father, Bill Davis, whom my older brother, Mel, is actually named after. He's known as Mel here in this community, even though his name is William Melvin, because he's named after my dad. And so he's in our hearts today. And my older brother, Howard, also, who, that's another Riverside story. You know, he was killed back in 1966 here in Riverside. You know, tragedy for the whole community. Won't go into all of that, but he's missed today, and he's in our thoughts and he's in our hearts today, and he would be just as proud, and my dad would just as proud as this day for our entire family.
They'll always be in our prayers. Always be in our prayers. Thank you so much. Now, you have another brother.
Yes.
One more brother we got to interview. And where is he? We're going to have to look for him. I know he's around here somewhere. Ah, there he is.
He's catching up with an old colleague. Yeah.
And it's
Seen in years. They work together in San Bernardino County Juvenile Corrections. So, yeah.
always great to do that.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah. How are you, sir? Come on in. How are you, sir? Good. Congratulations. This is wonderful. Tell us about what it feels like.
You know, it's very rarely do you get a chance to celebrate somebody's 100th birthday. It's more like a city or a building that you get to do 100 years, you know? So that being said, she is her own icon by herself, you know? And it's as her son, middle son, it's just a true blessing, you know? You don't really get to see too many people do these type of things, you know, and the city come out and support them. There would have been 1,000 more people here if we, you know, had room and stuff, you know. So, you know, it's just a blessing, and it couldn't have happened at a better place, huh? We grew up, maybe about 300 yards from here on Vasquez Street, you know. So yeah, wonderful.
All right. Well, it is terrific. I mean, your mother looks great. We're going to get a chance to say hello to her in just a second, but I look at her, she doesn't look like 100 years old.
That's scary, isn't it? You know, and she can get up and walk, you know, she can talk to you about things that happened 85 years ago. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. So yeah, before the history of Riverside gets changed too much, talk to somebody who lived it, you know?
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, you've given us a little bit of background of what it's like. Your brothers have done the same thing. So, I mean, she has seen a lot of changes over the 100-year period. She was born in 1920. When you think about that, that was World War I.
Yeah.
Then you had World War II, and you had several others. That is amazing. Exactly.
One of the things that, you know, our COVID crisis and pandemic, you know, when it all hit, it was really a big benefit to be able to ask somebody, you know, what was it like during the Great Depression? What was the difference now and then? And she said without hesitation, in the Great Depression, no one had any money to buy anything. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, everybody has money. They just won't let you go shop. Big, yeah. So that kind of eases any anxiety you may have had about it, because there is a big difference when you don't have anything, and then having something, just not being able to, you're waiting for your chance to go out and get your needs. You know, not having to wait for 10 years until the Depression is over with, and those type of things. You know.
Yeah. Well, it looks like she has a little free time. Can we run over there real quick? And yeah, come on. Thank you. Looks like they're doing a little bit of a photo shoot. Let them finish that. Great. Look at this wonderful, beautiful picture. All right. Can we move on right on in, or are you finished? Okay. Thank you, Miss. Oh, Miss Davis. Miss Davis, how are you today?
I'm good. For an old lady, real good.
You look beautiful. Let me tell you, you are wonderful. I would have never guessed. 100 years old.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of changes in the city.
Yeah, off and on. Because I was born here and grew up going to school here part-time. Then I went over to Arizona when Mike got a scholarship to Arizona State. And just, he wanted me to stop.
Yeah, when I was talking to you a little bit earlier, you said you couldn't believe you're 100 years old.
I can. I have to ask, is this me? But the record would be, I guess, in Riverside or San Bernardino. Because my mama's family. Okay.
Well, this is wonderful. Looks like you have a lot of friends, a lot of relatives, and come out and celebrate.
And I can't believe this is me.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time and inviting us.
Yes, and thank my kids because they got this all together for me. I just do a lot of sitting now, not a whole lot of activity anymore. But I guess all my life I've been busy.
Yeah. Well, you're here, and that's what's important to your family.
Yeah. So, but I just can't believe it's me. And I call my grandkids my bonuses, and their kids too. My bonuses. God's been good to me. Yeah. And my mother would say better than that.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation today. Congratulations.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you
Very, very welcome.
for coming.
Oh, no. But we wouldn't miss it. This is wonderful. And this is not only wonderful for your family, but it's wonderful for our east side and the entire city of Riverside. You are a naturally born Riversider. You were born in 1920. You've seen a lot of changes.
Yes, I have. All this in here is, I've seen, because my dad used to come rabbit hunting out in this area. And down on Alessandro, I had a rock. I'd come with him, and I'd sit on the rock and wait for him to come back. But I've seen all of this grow. Yeah. So, but I can say thanks. I'm grateful.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And you have a wonderful day today, and you have a wonderful day tomorrow. As I understand, tomorrow is really your birthday.
It is the 14th of June. My dad used to hang the flag out on my birthday because it was Flag Day too. Yeah.
Very good.
So,
All right. Well, thank you so much for the invitation.
you're welcome. You're very welcome.
Go back and enjoying your family. They're all here to celebrate with you. Thank you for taking the time with me. All right. All right. Happy birthday. Thank you. There you go. There you have it. Oh, there's a wonderful picture of the family. There you have it. Miss Davis, 100 years old. And you can catch this video on YouTube. Share it with your family. Distribute it to let people know what Riverside is like, what this family has contributed to the city of Riverside and our East Side community. We'll see you next time.